Hello, hello. Welcome to space. Space is black. Yeah.
uh,
Space is settings.
there you go.
Space is a volume bar that I have to get exactly 50%. Space is Koibels. All three of them. Plus, who's this? It's Valentina. All four of them. Yep. So, little introduction. I've been playing this game since like 2013. I've got like 600 hours of it accumulated on Steam. I know what I'm doing, but I'm probably going to be very rusty. It's been a few years. I didn't really think I could stream this. I thought about it several times, but then Gorl's stream team did a very nice race stream that you know what? I thought maybe I could teach you all a little rocket science and some astrodynamics, and we could have a little fun on the way, and maybe learn just a little. So we're going to do career mode. We're going to start from the very bottom, and I think my ultimate goal is going to be to land on Duna, which is the equivalent of Mars, and return safely, which is something I have never done. But first, we need a flag. We need to choose a flag. We have a lot of choices here. Damn it.
It didn't work, did it?
It didn't show up. I was gonna make a joke about. I was thinking of making a flag, but I didn't quite have enough time. No, I worked my ass off like 10 minutes ago, just like shitting out a really basic flag, and it didn't show up because I only did it after the game was loaded. Oh, I can't refresh this either. That's a shame. Oh well. Well, we can always change it later. For now. I don't know. What's funny? There's a monkey. Monkeys are funny.
Like, could you back out of the game and back in and it will work?
Yeah, I could, but this game is so fucking slow. It takes like 7 minutes to load.
Uh,
I don't want to have to just... Trees are funny. You know what? Let's do trees. Let's name the stream.
trees are funny.
Yeah. And here we are. Thanks, Gene Kerman. I think I got it. Here is the Kerbal Space Center itself. It's not much to look at the moment. Our science center is like a shack. Our vehicle assembly building is a box. There's not much to it. But hey, this is career mode, and we can make it better over time. Specs, what? 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 I'm like, oh, what? Trees are funny. I'm doing space. This is our science center. We'll eventually be researching, hopefully, all of this. We don't have any science at the moment. We've just got these basic parts. We got a parachute. We got a jetpack. Really? This early on? Wow. Okay. Some basic fins, some basic engines, a fuel tank, a capsule. We're not going to space today. I'm sorry to say. Instead, we are going up as far as we can go. Thank you, Warner von Kerman. We are going to be collecting science. Here's our command pod. It holds one Kerbal. We could also do a re-entry module, which I think is based on the old Soviet designs. We could stack them on top of each other if we wanted to.
Looks like it.
In fact, you know what? That looks interesting, so we'll go with this. It's a terrifying bathysphere, but it's like the opposite because it goes up instead of down.
You know what was neat about the old Soviet design?
Oh, what's that?
It wasn't designed with survivability on impact in mind. So when Gagarin was doing re-entry, he was supposed to open the hatch at a certain altitude and jump and then use a parachute.
Oh no. Well, now that I look at it, there isn't really a spot for a parachute. There's one for a very small one. You'll notice the American design has a much larger area here for a parachute. But I guess we'll see. We do not have fuel tanks at the moment because our only option is a solid rocket booster. So we basically have two options for propulsion. Right now we have solid rocket boosters, which are basically larger versions of what you might find in like a model rocket. Once you light it, it does not go out until it's extinguished. So these are basically good for getting you up. They are very cheap. They have good bang for your buck. They work well at sea level. Liquid fuel rockets, on the other hand, we'll get to later. But for now, this is our only option. So our option is to go up. Normally, we would separate these two with a thing. It's the thing that separates them to different stages, but we don't have that. So this is literally our rocket. This is all we got. We got fins. They don't do much. We can't control them. They're not canards. But we can put a bunch of them on just for looks. Kind of stumpy. Oh, it's kind of cute. It's like a penguin that doesn't know any better. And we got science. These are part of a mod I'm using that give me a little more information about what the craft is doing. And then we have mystery goo. I'll need to build 2 of these because dynamics and weight distribution. So this is just basically a little pod full of goop that we look at different conditions to see what it's doing. Oh, we can make a parachute. Yes, a parachute. Oh, I guess it does sort of fit. Oh, it's like a little hat. Oh my goodness. It's like a little clown penguin that doesn't know any better.
No, it's like what restaurant was it that had like the upside down ice cream cone with a face?
Jack in the Box?
Jack in the Box?
Yeah, it kind of looks like Jack in the Box. If he had a nose right here and like 2 eyes instead of 1. I kind of wish this wasn't in the way.
Jack in the Box isn't a thing out here.
Is it not?
I only had it the one time I went to Seattle.
You're so fortunate. Now we need a pilot. Our pilot this time is going to be Jebediah Kerman, the man, the myth, the legend. Because he is a pilot and not an engineer or a scientist like the other two. Perhaps we'll use Valentina in the future. She is also a pilot. But, you got to start with Jeb. It's tradition. So we're going to call this the Mark 1. No, we're not. We're going to misclick. And, we're going to click save, but we're not going to click launch yet. Because I forgot about staging. There it is. Oh, okay. It's already set up. Oh, wow, did they change that? That's actually really nice. So this is our staging indicator over here. Yeah. So in a real rocket, one that's like better than this, we would operate in stages. The first stage rockets would lift it up, and then those would break away, and the second rockets would engage. So here we got on the first stage, or stage 2, we got the rocket itself. We got the decoupler. That's what it's called, which I guess works on this as opposed to not working at all. And then we got the parachute. So they might have made this a little better since I last played, because generally what will happen is you'll press space to engage and everything will go off at once, and then your rocket will go up with the parachute, which is not a good thing. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let me adjust myself real quick here so you can see my staging, my roll, my pitch, my yaw. Important stuff. This is the launch pad, such as it is. We'll be upgrading it later. Here's our live feed of Jebediah Kerman. We can look from his point of view if we want to. Oh, look at all these instruments that don't work, except for this one. Our nav ball, our surface speed, our heading, which I guess works, the atmosphere indicator, our vertical speed indicator, our altitude, and our radar altitude, which is important because I don't care about my height from sea level if I'm on a mountain range. And there's a little porthole. Love the ashen suit on the ground. Oops. Yeah, no, shit. Okay, which is it? C? Yeah, okay, it's C. Okay, so really, all we can do is go up. So let's go up. And we're out of fuel. But as soon as we reach the height of our flight, we can check on the goo. Now we can choose to keep that experiment. That'll give us 7 science once we land. We can do the other one too. I think that'll give us a little extra. We don't get 100% of everything at different points. We can also do, actually, you know what? Before I do anything, let's decouple this. Oops, that was our science. It's gone now.
Oopsie. They'll catch it.
But we can also
They'll catch it.
we can also ask Jeb what he thinks by getting a crew report. That's worth 3.5. And fortunately, I didn't land on anything. You can destroy pieces of the space center with your debris. So we'll just speed up here until we land.
Oh, that's dangerous.
It is dangerous, but we're not doing much here. We're just I definitely would not want to land at 4 times acceleration, but I'll lower it once we get to the surface.
The science is just a little cratered. It's still good. It's still good.
Boop. Boop. Just a few feet from where we left. And now we can recover the vessel, or what's left of it.
So, Mark II, science goes on the sphere.
Yeah. Okay, well, we did get a little bit of science from recovering that, plus 3.5 for the crew report. We get a little bit of funds back. Oh, yes, money is a thing. I got to keep that in mind. We have 77,500 Kerbal bucks and 13.5 science, which we should be able to afford a couple parts with. It occurs to me I didn't actually check what difficulty this was. Sometimes you have to pay money for unlocking things. Fortunately, we don't have to. Let's see. Oh, these are actual engines, which would be nice. We can actually afford both of these because this one has decouplers and a thermometer, an antenna. The antennas can be used by your crew to communicate back to the flight center and give basic science. You get more science if you bring something back, but you can still transmit data to get a little bit. And of course, we'll also need antennas for unmanned rockets later on. Yeah, funnily enough, we start with manned rockets. We have to research probes, which is kind of funny, but whatever. I guess we're still at we're so basic. We haven't even gotten into orbit yet, so I guess it doesn't matter. So now we can build the Mark II. So yeah, since this is going to be the part that actually is recovered, we can go down to science here. And let's see, how much does this weigh? 0.05 tons, 0.005 tons, so yeah, I guess I'll still need 2 to balance out. But let's also put a thermometer on. Just one, doesn't weigh much. Now then, coupling. There we go. The TD12 decoupler. Actually, come to think of it, this doesn't even need one because this kind of has a built-in decoupler, which is nice. Later on, we'll probably need to be using the more aerodynamic command pods, but for these early stages, this one is probably fine. Now then, fuel tanks. Let's get a couple of these. They're kind of small. Let's get a swivel liquid fuel engine. And now, if I can get this Kerbal engineer working, let's see. Do I actually need to put the part on? It's under science, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, engineering system. That doesn't seem to matter. Because I would like to use a solid rocket booster. Alright, cool. So I still have I'm looking at my thrust to weight ratio here, which is 3.21. Anything over 1 will mean you are counteracting gravity. Ideally, you want it to be like 1.5 to 2, so 3 is good. So this will boost us initially. Then we can break that off and switch to the liquid fuel engine, and let's get rid of this. I guess some fins wouldn't hurt. And yeah, let's try this. I was planning on doing actual astrodynamic lessons. I'd set up a bunch of chalk drawings in Clip Studio Paint, but I figured that would get kind of tedious, so we'll just learn as we go.
I don't know. I think that'd be neat. Something to bring up on the long voyage once we're actually in orbit.
So we're going in the wrong direction here. We're drifting up, 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 up. Fins are saving me. Come on.
Not anymore.
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
How's that science going?
Let's see. Can I just revert? Yeah, here we go. I'm not on a hard difficulty. I can just revert. Okay, I'm not gonna like cheese it like if an astronaut dies, but I am going to fuck up on rocket construction, so I'm not gonna waste time just by building a million rockets. See, I don't actually have much in the way of control here. The command pod is equipped with a reaction wheel, which is basically just a heavy wheel that rotates in the opposite direction you want to rotate, which is a way to, spin in space without using reactant or anything. Alright, here's your problem. There we go. See, this also isn't working too well. But this one gimbals, so if I can get it pointed up. There we go. Here we go. Come on. You piece of shit. Oh, she's fighting me. Oh, she's fighting me. Okay, pointies. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, well, we're out of fuel anyway.
Oh, dead stick.
So that's what I meant earlier about the staging not working sometimes. The activation of the rocket engine was on the same stage as the decoupling. So let's just observe some mystery goo while we're up here. Oh, 7 science. I think this is basically the same biome, so I don't think we're going to get more science from crew report. But we can take a temperature reading. 5.6 science. There we go. Yeah, I think we're going to have to switch to the more streamlined command pod. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, this comes with a reaction wheel, which actually, come to think of it, no, it doesn't. I guess that's the downside to this. It has a nice decoupler already set, but you can't actually, yeah. Reaction wheels, yeah, they spin. They're big, heavy things. They spin. They're a way to turn a ship without having to use RCS propellant or rockets. If you've seen, like, say, like Apollo 13, every time they spin, there's little jets of gas coming out of the sides of the ship. That's RCS. Uses a monopropellant. In real life, a reel would be way too slow. But here we can use that fairly easily. But later on, we'll also be able to use RCS, which means I have to place little jets on the ship at appropriate points and bring in some monopropellant as fuel. But we got some science, so it's not a waste. So yeah, during that first stage, I literally had no control of the ship whatsoever. The fins that I put on will help the rockets stay oriented upwards, but like I said, they don't gimbal, they're not canards or anything. Oh hey, that still landed safely. That's nice, even though I was at 4 times speed. It wasn't until I got to the liquid engine that I had any control at all, because that one gimbals. But I was still fighting the atmosphere at that point, so I was tumbling quite a bit. Hey, 19 science. And we got money. Oops, that was the wrong one. I meant to click on our... I guess it's called mission control? Yeah. So here we have contracts we can fulfill. A lot of these are kind of stupid, like take a really heavy piece up into orbit and then activate it. You know, stuff that would be really difficult to do. But a lot of this stuff is also just, you know, like escape the atmosphere. We can take that one. We'll be doing that pretty soon. Orbit Kerbal, that's another one. Stuff you would do anyway, and you'll also get money from completing, you know, stuff you would normally accomplish, like getting a suborbital trajectory, getting into orbits, reaching a certain altitude, stuff like that. So let's see here. We got 19 science. We can afford survivability or stability. A radial decoupler would be nice. That would let us put boosters on the outside instead of just inline on the bottom. Nose cone we don't need yet. Oh, there's more science here though. Landing struts, drogue chutes, radial mount chutes. Oh, a service bay. This will basically let us put stuff like science and stuff inside the ship and not have it just be attached on the outside. So I think I'll go with this. Alright, it's time for the Mark III. Am I putting a space between these? I don't remember. No, I'm not. Okay. Yes, we've graduated to the big boy, which is the little boy. Only holds one person. Let's see. I want a decoupler. Alright, that's more. In fact, you know what? I can just put on more fuel tanks because I still got a high thrust to weight ratio. Yeah. Let's see. Utility. Parachutes. Most important part of all. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I got that service bay. Might as well use it. How much does this weigh? Oh, cool. Same as the thermometer, so I don't need to worry about weight distribution. But what I will do is I will put legs on this. If I can find out where they are. Ground, here we go. Maybe I will. Here, I'll do this, and then this. That's the stupidest thing. I'll tell you what, I'll put it up here. I don't think it matters if I block these too much. I think that'll block the hatch, but whatever. Oh, that also won't actually... Look, guys, turns out rocket science is hard. Whatever, it'll open.
Guys, it is rocket science.
This is literally rocket science. Sure. Oh yeah, sternum retracted. Okay, so that's our last stage. We'll need a decoupler. Actually, did I get the radial ones? No, I didn't. Let's see if this is still enough thrust to weight ratio. Still is. 2.69, cool. Yeah, make sure this is set right. I don't want to ever activate... Wait, does this just... Does every command pod come with a decoupler now? Or did I put it on? I guess I put it on. Okay, I'm an idiot. Oh, I meant to put it here. That's what I did. Oops. Did I stick it aside? It's gone. It's vanished. There we go. So, solid rocket booster, decoupler, liquid engine, decouple, parachute. And then the legs will be controlled by the... I'll have controls on the main screen. Okay. If I was really hard up for science, I could also build a rover and go around the space center here, and each area has a little has its own biome where I can collect science from. So here we go. I should have some actual control now. Very little, but yes, I do. Oh no, oh, that's a lot of wind, that's a lot of wind, okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, you can see my atmosphere indicator up here. Once it reaches about the midway point, I can start tilting eastward. I'm still getting a lot of wind resistance, so I gotta be careful. Okay, there we go. So your goal when going into space is to go up for a little bit, and then to go eastward very, very quickly. Woohoo! We will not be reaching space today.
Pretty close.
Yes, so space in Kerbal Space Program is defined as 70 kilometers away from sea level. We are at 49. Oh yeah, we might actually hit. Actually, can I see? Oh, we're just gonna be barely brushing space. Cool. Yeah. So we will be going to space today for like 30 seconds. So I'll wait till we get there before I do my experiments. Also, I guess the legs aren't going to be worth anything since we're going to be ditching in the ocean. So majestic. Oh, you can see my my liquid rocket just tumbling away. Okay, observe Mr. Goo. Keep it. Nope. Toggle temperature. Log pressure data. Take a crew report. The sky seems to be mostly below us. I don't think I can go EVA yet. That requires an upgrade in the science facility. But eventually, we'll be able to go on little EVA trips and get more science from there.
Yeah, he does seem rather helmetless right now, and I assume putting him out there would be bad.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if they start wearing helmets once you get the ability to go EVA, or if they're always without a helmet when they're inside. Oh yeah, I forgot this was the thing now. You can press a little button, you can get an overlay to see them inside their little cocoon.
Oh, good. I thought you like opened a compartment and were venting him into space.
Whee. So the reason I'm choosing Jebediah, other than the fact that he's awesome, is that he's a pilot, and he gets special abilities that scientists and engineers don't. Namely, he can use what's called the SAS here, which I think is short for Stability Assistance System. And if I toggle that, it'll lock my position, so I don't just like drift endlessly, like this. Woo. And eventually he'll get the ability to automatically face targets, face retrograde and prograde, stuff like that. But for now, he just holds things steady, which is a very nice feature. Oh, well, we're getting kind of toasty here. I don't actually have a heat shield, but it feels nice to actually, go backwards in. Yes, eventually we're going to need heat shields. Once we get up to orbital velocity, stuff will start getting real hot on re-entry. Oh. And the wind force is more powerful right now than our ability to counteract it, so we kind of just have to do this for a little bit. Hopefully we'll slow down before we hit the water. Hopefully
might end up meeting our
before we hit the water. Come on. Whoa, there we go. There we go.
Ernest, thank you for the resub. 10 months in a row.
Okay. Shoots are safe
Welcome to the
deployment.
stream.
Yes. The little icon here for my parachute was red earlier, which meant deploying it would damage it because I'm going too fast. And once we're slow enough, we can safely deploy it fully. Eventually, we'll need drogue chutes to slow ourselves down even more, or else we will actually hit the ocean before we slow down enough. Oh, thank you. Wiggle physics. So using the SAS, or really moving at all, takes up electric charge. You can see it going down as I wiggle back and forth on the upper right there. Eventually, we're going to be able to put in batteries to increase that even more. We'll have the ability to use fuel cells, which I don't remember if they take oxidizer or liquid fuel or both to charge batteries. And then, of course, we'll get solar panels. Oh, good, the science survived. I'm so happy.
Ernest is
43
asking
science
if this
errors.
is like one big ocean.
Well, no. I mean, I can take a look at the planet once I get out of this screen here. Nope, tracking engineer. I don't need that. Welcome to the tracking station. Got it. So yeah, this is Kerbal. Our little space center is right here. Um, there are different launch sites. I think those are mostly used for the expansion packs, where you can kind of recreate historical missions. Um, yeah, I guess I should point out Kerbal itself is 1/10 the size of Earth, but has 1 g of gravity. That means that the numbers you might use to achieve orbital velocity on Earth don't apply here. They're generally much easier. It's generally much easier to get into orbit. There is a 0-degree inclination, so I guess there's no seasons. But that makes it easier to get to the moon, which also has a 0-degree inclination. There's also a second satellite in orbit of Kerbal called Midmus, which is right at the edge of its escape, or right at the edge of its gravity well, I suppose. The Kerbal system, we have Moho, which is basically Mercury in an eclectic orbit. It's very hot. It's very miserable. There's Eve, which is basically Venus, which is basically like Venus. We can land there. It's not like deadly or anything, but it is extremely dense atmosphere and very high gravity, which makes it difficult, not impossible, to actually leave. We've got Duna, which is basically Mars, lower gravity, lower atmosphere, mostly desert. We got Drez, which I'm actually not familiar with. I don't know what its analogy to the real solar system is, but then we got Joule, which is basically Jupiter. It's got a ton of moons, which are all very fun to land on. We got Paul, Bop, Tylo, Val, and Leith. Leith is actually an Earth-like moon, so there's an ocean there, which is neat. It's the only other place in the solar system with oxygen. And then we got Ilu, which is basically Pluto. It's way out in the middle of nowhere, has a weird eclectic orbit that brings it sometimes closer than Joule to the sun. And that's our solar system. It's basically 1/10 the size of our solar system, so it's still incredibly massive. It will take many months to actually get anywhere. And also, I should point out the days on Kerbal are 6 hours long. So when it says year 1, day 1, 0 hours, 21 minutes, that means we're like 1/12 of the way through the day. I think a year is like 426 days, or I think that's what I read. But anyway, we have science to spend. A whole bunch of science. Big rockets, little rockets, and even a wing. Let's see, 25. I think that's all we can afford. Let's make a Mark IV. Eventually, we're going to start hitting some limits as far as weight and number of parts goes, at which point we'll have to upgrade our vehicle construction building and launch pad, but we haven't hit that yet, so. Let's see here. Oops, got rid of the engine. Oh, we now have a choice on 2 different engines here. We got the Swivel and the Reliant. The Reliant is slightly more thrust, but it doesn't gimbal, so that means I can't use it to steer, so I like to stick with the Swivel. Oh, we get the Thumper Solid Fuel Booster. That's the big one. Or the medium one. They get way bigger. Let's see. Oh, we have bigger fuel tanks too, which means we can use less parts. Let's see, there's 4 of these. I think these are worth... Come on. 2, 3... What's our thrust to weight ratio? I can do one more. Yeah. Alright. now that we have radial decouplers, I can start putting boosters on the side. That's not supposed to happen. If you hold down Alt when you click on something, you'll duplicate it. I'm having a hard time clicking things. I'll put these down lower so they're in line with the regular engine. Put a nose cone on them to reduce drag. And then, let's see... aerodynamics. I was there the whole time. Some nice big fins. So, 2 solid rocket boosters, 2 decouplers, engine, decouple, parachute. This will definitely give us above the atmosphere. I don't think it'll get us into orbit, though. In fact, you know what? I have so much spare TWR that I could just put on another fuel tank and engine. Now, at sea level, rocket engines are very inefficient. That's why I'm using solid fuel boosters. And once you're in orbit or above the atmosphere, at that point, thrust doesn't really matter so much as efficiency. And this is not an efficient engine. This is more efficient than the Reliant, but it's very big, it's very bulky. Eventually we'll get much smaller rockets that will perform much better in orbit. But until then, this is an okay compromise.
Incurable Pickle has a question. How do you copy a part when your mouse is on it?
Oh yeah, I already answered that by holding down Alt. So, 2 boosters. Now my staging is all messed up. So this goes first, and then this, and then I guess these can go at the same time. Okay. Alright, let's test out the Mark IV. Actually, let's see. How much experience is Jebediah getting? Not quite halfway. Let's swap him out for Valentina, just so she can get some experience. No problem. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, that was close. So the reason I waited a bit there is because I was still gaining altitude, and like I said, rocket engines don't work very well at sea level or in heavy atmosphere, basically. So I want to get as much high as possible before I turn this on. And now I'm using a low thrust because I'm still gaining speed, and I just want to take it nice and slow and kind of slowly go my way through the atmosphere here. And the reason we launch eastward is because that's the direction the planet is rotating, and doing so gives us an extra little boost. If we were to go westward, we'd have to thrust that much extra speed off until we hit 0 and then start accelerating. So you basically would never go west. You can sometimes go north or south for a polar orbit, which you would need to, like say, scan the planet as it rotates underneath you. But yeah, you'd never go west. It would also be incredibly dangerous because, you know, it's dangerous enough in orbit with orbital debris everywhere. But, Oops, drifting off course here. But imagine, I mean, geez, it's dangerous enough when everything's going east. Imagine something going west while you're going east at like, what is orbital velocity on Earth? Like 6,000 miles an hour or something? Or, I don't know. Something like that. Oh, oh, we lost Jay. Oh no. Oh, it's just us. It's just you and me, chat. Just you and me. Okie dokie. I'll eventually get the ability to plan orbits. But right now I just kind of have to eyeball it. In fact, let's see how well I can actually have very little fuel. Yep. Not enough for a full orbit. I'm not going to get too much science because this is basically where I was before. I think I need to be in orbit for it to count as anything more than that. Oh, looks like I might overshoot the next archipelago. Or possibly land on it. Well, hello.
Lost power for a brief moment.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, no science. The instrument reads 0. It's as if it were in a vacuum. Can get a little bit of science from this. Nothing from that. Let's see, crew report, nothing. Got to get to orbit if we want to do something cool. Now, some of these can be reused. These science experiments, like the thermometer, obviously, you just see what it says. But stuff like the goo container, and later on we'll get a materials container, can only be used once, unless you have a scientist on board who can reset the experiments. Scientists will also increase the amount of science you get out of things, and engineers, as of just recently, apparently, can repair damaged equipment like solar panels and rover wheels using toolkits. And I think they can also build things now, like attach things to existing spacecraft in orbit, which is neat. Anyway, we're done here. I'm just jabbering, so.
It's all good. Sorry, I'm not contributing too much. This is a little outside my wheelhouse.
Whoops.
Speaking of.
So in orbit, you can adjust the time warp up to like 50, sometimes even higher if you're in a higher orbit. It's up to like 10,000 times once you're like in deep space. But whew, that's hot. Once you're
I'm going to assume those life bars are bad.
That's how hot the thing is getting. If it reaches full, it'll destroy the part. Yeah, once you're in atmosphere, you can only go up to 4 times, but you're able to still move, which is what happened there. I tapped a movement key while at 4 times speed, and that's what happened. So we're not going to get much science. I don't think we're even going to get enough to get another new part, so we'll have to rethink our strategy. Yep. And as I said before, money is a consideration. We lose a lot of money with each launch because, 95% of the rocket gets tossed into the ocean. Pieces we do recover, like that capsule, we'll get money back on, but less because of how far away it is. So if we happen to land like right here, we get like basically 100% of the cost back. But since we were like a quarter of the way around the planet this time, we'll get less from it. So here it says we get 81.1% of the value from the recovered parts. Let's see here. Oops, I didn't actually mean to left click that.
Is there a way to like do like a SpaceX style recovery of everything?
Not in vanilla. There is a way to kind of jury rig it. If I were to put like a probe core onto every piece that gets jettisoned, I could still control it after it's detached. And I could then, like, if I had enough fuel, actually do a SpaceX style reentry. But that means I'm not controlling any of the other pieces. So I can't do it by hand. I could save like one piece if I really wanted to. What you can do is you can put parachutes on every part, and that'll gently land it down wherever, and then you just have to go around in the tracking station and pick them up manually, which I guess I could do. I have radial chutes now, so right. I was gonna right click. Let's see, upgrade. That is almost as much money as I have. That's no good. I can upgrade the launch pad though. That'll let us make heavier rockets. It's time for the Mark V. Can we get into orbit someday? That would be cool. I think I need a bigger fuel tank on this last stage. So solid fuel, or excuse me, I picked the wrong one. Liquid fuel is a combination of liquid oxygen and I think kerosene. Since fuel needs oxygen to burn, and there's none where we're going, we need to bring our own. Let's see, if I just strap some really big-ass boosters on this. Yeah, oh baby. That is dangerous. These things have a tendency to just kind of go wherever they want when they detach. And I don't have struts yet. There's an old adage for Kerbal Space Program. If it doesn't move and it needs to, add more boosters. If it moves and it shouldn't, add more struts. We don't have struts yet. We will be needing struts later. A lot of struts.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Let's see. Let's add some drogue chutes for safety. Where are... There we go. A couple of drogue chutes. You can go here. Yep. And you know what? Maybe parachutes would help safety on these. Let's find out. Them to activate the same
I think
time.
the wouldn't the problem be like immediately on detach that one of them just violently goes like horizontal and smacks you?
Yes. Oh, we're over our part limit though. Ah, shoot. If I get rid of all the chutes except for the main one, I can still do this. Ah, what the hell? What is life but danger personified? Yes, later on we'll get little tiny solid rocket boosters we can stick on the sides of these that will like fire for like a second and boost them away in a pretty flowering motion. But for now, yeah, they're a little rickety, especially with how big they are and how their only connection is this one decoupler, and they're awfully close. So yes, this could go very badly, but I want to get into space today. So let's see, we still got a good good TWR with these. These will last a lot longer, so they'll get us higher before we engage the liquid rockets. Let's give it a shot. Oh boy!
Here we go.
Here we go! Oh! You know, I don't think I even have access to heat shields yet. That might be a problem. Oh, ow! 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 Oh! We're good. We just lost a couple of fins. It's fine.
Good recovery.
Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Nice and slow. We're at a good height. I mean, I'm ditching this anyway, right? So it doesn't matter if it's got a few scratches. It's not like I'm returning it to the dealership.
Unless you are really, really unfortunate with this trajectory when you eject it.
Yeah, I engaged the rocket engine a little too late there. If I had done that earlier, I would have been out of the way of the solid rocket booster, but that's fine. It didn't result in disaster this time. Also, that was actually a little too big of a boost going straight up. I would have liked my trajectory to be more sideways by now, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough fuel to make orbit. Achoo. Whee.
So I have to ask. Let's say that there's some misfortune and you put rocket boosters through mission control. What happens?
That building gets destroyed, and I have to pay to fix it. That's it.
Oh.
I do also have a a reputation meter. I haven't really, like, I don't really know what it does, aside from go up when you do missions successfully and go down when you, like, you know, get an astronaut killed. But I don't know what it's actually used for as far as, like, a currency, in the same way that science and money is. Oh, I'm funny today.
Let me look at the
Okay,
wiki here.
We're in dangerous territory, actually. I'm
no.
very low on fuel. I might need all of my fuel to get into orbit. If I get into orbit with no fuel left, I'm stuck there. Unless I send a rescue mission, which is always fun. Excuse me. I had to take a sip. Oh, yeah, here's my world first milestones. Yeah.
You did it. Reputation is a currency like funds in science, mainly spent on instating strategies in the administration facility.
Oh.
And
So,
you get
go
more and better contracts.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. Yeah. The strategies in mission control, or administrative center rather, basically let you turn an excess of something into another thing. So, like, I could sell patents, and that would turn, like, science I get on missions into money, or I could like hire intern workers, unpaid intern workers, which would turn reputation into money or something like that. Oops! Oh, that's the wrong button. Okay. All right, we're in orbit and we have a little bit of fuel left. Hey, I fulfilled a whole bunch of contracts. Escape the atmosphere. Orbit Kerbin. Orbit Kerbin. Yay. We did it. Now we can do science while it's still a little bit light out. Here, let me just, so we can see here. Observe the goo. Oh, it's the same? Whatever. Also, oh my god, it's the same. Crew report at least? Come on, guys. Suborbital is way different from actual orbital. I'm disappointed. Well, we can actually leave her up here now. I think she gets experience just from being in orbit. I don't think, you know, staying up there does anything. But, Forgot what I usually do at this point. I don't have enough, I don't have enough money to, or science to get anything else. Our next goal, I guess, would be to get into a high orbit. That'll get some extra science. Or I could go around the science or the space center. But I don't think I have any parts except for rocket parts, so I can't exactly build like a rover. I know I forget who did it on Girl Stream Team, but they just like made a rocket and just kind of like awkwardly around the place and took readings, which I guess I can do. Actually, let's see. Can I afford anything? Nope. I am just short. Basic science gets us our first probe. And the Science Junior, which is a bigger version of the mystery goo container. Flight control gives us better wings. And another reentry module. And a reaction wheel, which we can add in addition to the one in our control pod, command pod. Words are hard. This will let us make spaceplane parts. Hey, there's my strut. Some more decouplers for bigger rockets. And bigger rockets. Oh, this one's a smaller rocket. Well, let's try something. Okay, we'll have to improvise. Still not enough? Jeez.
Once physics engages, won't those just kind of slap into each other?
Nope. Why isn't this working right? What is this nonsense? Why won't you behave? Now, I think I can cheat a little bit by moving. Okay, that at least touches the ground. I guess that's probably as good as I'm going to get with what I got here. Now, we got our science, we got our shitty little rocket, we got our legs, we just need our scientist. Good old Bob Kerbal. Okay. Let's try not to die. Oh, you know what? I don't even think it matters. Because I think you need to be outside the ship to reset an experiment, and I can't go EVA yet. Even here. Oh, I can go EVA here. Never mind. Can you reach that? Oh, you can reach that. Can you observe the mystery goo? You can. 3 science. Collect that. Remove data. Restore. Yes, you've got the data. Okay, so doing this is really hard. When I've been controlling the ship, I've been using this little nav ball as a guide. So it's like, oh, I want to go 90 degrees over here to the right, to the east. I just press D, as in right. If I want to go south, I press S because it's, airplane controls. Which way do I want to go here? Well, I guess that's west. So I gotta just keep in this direction so I know where I'm going. Oh god, that's so much thrust. Okay. Oop, 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 oop. This is harder than it looks. Oh god. Okay. No, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. This almost happened to Neil Armstrong, and he ejected. We don't have that luxury. Bob Kerbal is dead.
Rip.
Now, I didn't check the difficulty level before I did this. I should have, but I think on normal difficulty, they'll eventually pop back up in the astronaut facility or the astronaut complex, whatever. But in the meantime, we have a lot of options here. Who died? A scientist? Well, Bobderd? Are you sure you're not just Bob with a different name? Oh, whatever. You're hired. Oh, he's still okay. He's still technically active. He's just missing, quote unquote. So, hey, here's our piece of a rocket. We'll just pick those up. I don't think that was actually worth anything. Nope. Okay, all right. Let's see here. If I just get like 2.5, just a bit more. If I just get like just a tiny bit more science, just a tiny bit more, I could make a probe that just basically goes straight up. And that'll get me science from like high orbit. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Okay, so I'll just make another hopper, get like the 3 science I get from the launch pad, and then that'll be enough. Oh, Bob Bird, it's your first day on the job. How you feeling? Optimistic, sir. You should be. Unexpected rapid disassembly. Yeah, well, it's called rocket science for a reason. All
That
right,
is the
so
official technical term.
yeah. All right, crew report. Now I can get an EVA report. Uh, I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here, was it? Don't ask questions. And then observe mystery go. Atmospheric readings, temperature, quite literally nominal. Good. Okay. Good expedition. We literally just went outside. No XP gain. Ungrateful whelp. Alright. Research and development. Probe. Research. Okay. Alright, let's make the upgoer 1. We use a probe instead of a command pod. Well, if we're not going to steer. Actually, let's see. I need to put this in a container. Payload. There we go. Payload open. Science. There's the science. Oh, the Science Junior is actually quite a senior. He's huge. Let's wait. Yeah, let's not do that yet. And let's get an engineering system just for the fun of it. So we can see what makes it tick. Oh, do I have any batteries? Electrical. Yes, I have batteries. A couple of those. Communications antenna. Right on the tip. Alright, you know what? Let's make it a Sputnik. Let's do a whole bunch of them. There. Okay, we'll need a parachute, of course. We'll actually need some drogue chutes because we're going to be going straight down into the atmosphere. That's no good. So, utility. The biggin. Oh, does that not even fit? Oh, well, I can use inlines. Or radials, rather. Okay, so drogue chutes go first. Close that up. Oh, I do have heat shields. Okay, yeah, that's going to be very useful. Yes, perfect. Okay, cool. That should be everything for the science and command parts. Now we need a decoupler. Some big old fuel tanks. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot you can do. You can so once you turn on a solid rocket booster, you can't turn it off. But what you can do is throttle it ahead of time, so it'll last longer. So that gives us a total of that much delta V. I don't know if that's enough. Let's see, let's throttle this here. Let's try for 1.6. Yeah, okay. Couple of nose cones. And that is one too many parts. Okay, well, this is an excessive number of these. So. There. Nice and askew, as all things should be. Alright. Oh, that's wiggly. Oh, I don't have SAS. Oh, I can't actually control this. Whoops. We're just going this way now. That's okay. Well, this is the upgoer, so... Oh, I didn't even put a swivel engine on this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, remember what I said about how you can't shut down solid rocket boosters? Oh, no. Oh, good. We're going to miss anything important, maybe. Oh, no. Oh, maybe... Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. And it lands perfectly without a hitch. Perfectly.
Something survived.
The science survived. I can't interact with it because the command module is destroyed, but if we had taken any science, we would have gotten it. That's nice at least. So yeah, let's just accept that loss. Let's bring Valentina back home. I am notoriously bad at landing at or near the Space Center, but let's see. Where's the Space Center? Is that it? Yeah. Oh, actually, I can't even do this because I don't have enough fuel to do this in any kind of realistic manner, but I'll try. So you can see that line that's being drawn here. That's our communications by line of sight. And right now it doesn't matter too much because she can just kind of, control the craft as she sees fit. But if this were a probe, we would need line of sight to one of these stations that, well, you can't actually see them, but there's like, okay, there's one here. The Space Center is one. This one is one. And we would need better antennas to get better range. And eventually we would need a communications network around, like, communication satellites around the planet, around the moon, so you can have a signal on the far side of the moon, that kind of thing. Alright, well. Nope, I'm definitely not going to hit. I'll slow down once I hit the atmosphere, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to hit the Space Center or anywhere close to it. Whee! There it is right there. Elon's new spaceship. Thanks for that clip. Oh, there's pieces of the debris that you can still see. It's being highlighted. Ooh, getting toasty. Getting real toasty. One thing the heat shields also do is help point your ship in the right direction on reentry, namely, like, backhand first. So you don't just plunge like an arrow into the unforgiving sea. Oh, it's getting awful close. Oh, boy. Please don't let me lose 2 astronauts in one day. Oh, oh, oh. It's probably just the landing legs, which is fine. I mean, you know, the parachute is also overheating, obviously, but yeah. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Alright, bleeding off speed. Boy, that ground's coming up awful fast. It looks less happy. There we go.
Any news on Kerbal Space Program 2?
I've not heard a thing. Not since that trailer they released like a year ago or more. Which, I mean, it looks cool. It looks like they're going to focus on, like, you know, building extraplanetary bases or interplanetary bases, whatever. Which is technically a thing you can do here, but unless you go heavily modded, you're basically going with, you know, current and or near future tech, which kind of limits your possibilities. Which looks cool, but at the same time, it's Take-Two Interactive, and I trust them about as far as I can throw a non-corporeal entity. Oh, actually, no. G-forces are a thing. I think they can get killed if they get above 15 Gs for too long, but they will definitely pass out if they get into the red. But yeah, I don't know. I don't Take-Two, yeah.
If they come to a sudden and immediate stop after going really, really fast, will they do what happened in The Expanse?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, because the ship would be blown apart too. Maybe there's a mod for that.
That's the sudden stop field.
But yeah, I don't trust Take-Two. They bought this game from under Squad, who was just like a little tiny indie developer in Mexico, who, you know, just kind of made this for the fun of it. And back in the day, Squad were like, well, we're probably never going to do expansion packs, but if we do, we'll just make them free to everyone who bought the game. And then Take-Two acquired the company, and we're like, we're going to make a bunch of expansion packs. Here's a really shitty one. You can get it for free if you bought it before, like, April of 2014 or something. So I have an expansion pack. I think I got another one, too. They're not very good. We never developed seafaring ships. Crap. Oh yeah, Upgoer.
Well, while not quite seafaring, I do kind of remember from the last time I played this, which is like 4 years ago now, that you had to like level up your science and stuff by basically making an airplane and just like taking readings around the planet?
Yes, that is a thing you can do. I'm not a fan of it.
Ah,
Just because the game's not really designed for that. Like you saw what I was doing with the hopper.
oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can make a plane, and it's like okay, and then you can spend like 4 hours at 4 times time acceleration to get to somewhere on the other side of the planet, or you can take a rocket up into space and get there in like a minute. But there's not really a good way to estimate where you're going to land, or it's a lot of. I don't like the contract system really. I like it for just like here, make a satellite with these requirements in this orbit. That's cool. That's something you would actually do. Take a massive rocket engine and bring it into orbit and then test it in orbit. Like, why would you want to do that? How would you do that? It's like it doesn't fit inside of anything. Where would you put it? It's an inline part. You would need it at the very top of the rocket, plus a bunch of stuff on the bottom to make this horrible monstrosity just to get into orbit. And it's like, I don't know. It just feels like a lot of busy work. But that's just me. So let's increase the thrust on these. We've got a swivel fuel engine now, which actually in retrospect won't do anything because it's not on. Let's see, how many parts do I have left? I can build 2 more parts. Kerbal boat program. Well, I'll try it. I might have to do some contracts though if if I keep doing this. And some of them are easy, like, oh, test this part on the launch pad. And it's like, okay, 5 seconds and you're done. It's kind of a crapshoot. Alright, turn the engine on just enough to give me a little bit of steering. Oh. Okay, you know what? I'm overthinking this.
Yeah.
Let's just put it on the bottom.
Oh, so like the space shuttle.
So
The
like a
big tank on the bottom.
Yes. And we'll just make it hilariously long, or less so now that I got rid of this. But I mean, we're only going up, guys. We're only going up. We're only going up. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're only going up. It's only 14 seconds. Let's see. Delta V is 2.6 kilometers a second. I think you need like 6,000 meters per second of delta V to get into orbit. But if we're just going straight up, if we're just going straight up, I don't know. Let's make it long and goofy. 6. Yeah, I'm going to need a full mount there. 2. That's almost 4,000 meters per second. Okay, so boost a couple, drogue, main. Okay. Upcore 1, launch.
Upgoer 1.
Yeah.
He.
It's getting dark. Hey, I forgot fins. Maybe it won't matter. Oh, it might matter.
It's starting to tip.
It's okay, we're almost out of fuel. We're almost out of fuel! We're almost out of fuel! Abort! Oh! Where'd it go? Wow, it really went up there, huh? Why do I always forget the fins? Just going up, I said. You didn't need fins, he said.
Wind.
The booster went higher than I did. The booster went higher than I did. Oh. It's like rocket science is hard or something.
We gotta invest in slingshot technology. Work for the booster.
Yeah. Okay.
Wonder if that could work.
Well, you just got to get above the thickest part of the atmosphere, right?
Well, I mean, I'm thinking like outside the atmosphere. Like, if we had like if we were going to launch an expedition from orbit to somewhere else, could you, in lieu of a massive solid fuel, whatever, like just attach it to a structure that's going to spin ungodly fast and then detach it at the right time to propel it forward? Unmanned, of course, because humans would turn into paste.
I've heard something. Oh, come on, really? Oh, I gotta turn the engine on.
Any fins on that part?
Yeah, I think I'm out of parts. Yeah, I've only got 2 parts left. Which, I mean, I guess I could. I thought I would go up. I thought I would go upper more. I saw like an idea for something that was like 2 ships, like on the end, like in between them was connecting them was like a mile-long tether, and then they would like spin really fast, and that would do something like make more efficient thruster or something. I can't think of a reason why your idea wouldn't work, except like structural integrity issues.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, no, the only exotic like launching systems I've seen or heard of involve like linear magnetic rails. Like it'd obviously be a lot easier on an airless area like the moon, right? Where you've got like a linear magnetic rail that pushes you forward really fast, and then up at the end, so like kind of like a roller coaster,
Yeah.
Except enough to get to like orbital velocities, and then you would need just a tiny bit of thrust to like enter orbit once you got high enough. And I've seen ideas for doing it on Earth where you have like a rail going up like the side of Mount Everest or something stupid like that, but that's obviously an issue.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's high orbit. That's That's kind of weak. Upgore, you failed me again.
I was trying to see if Jax was around to see if they wanted to jump in, but I think they're asleep or something.
Wee. How's my electricity? Oh, good. Great. Batteries are good. I don't know if I'm going to survive re-entry. I'm going to be honest with you. Going straight down is a bad idea.
Is there literally nothing you can do?
Well, I've got drogue shoots, but I'm just worried that, like, even those aren't going to be enough to slow me down enough. Oh, hey, it's dark. Oh, I was just tiny. Okay. Okay, what's that Mr. Goose say? It's... Ooh! Hey, we are high over Kerbal. It feels right at home here. Wow, so do I. Pressure scan. Temperature check. Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there is no matter around either to be cold or hot, except the spacecraft and the thermometer itself. This is probably going to give the R&D guys something to think about for a while. Yeah.
Ocean re-entry?
Yep. Alright, get myself nice and oriented here. Wait, where am I? Oh, I'm tiny. Oh, I should probably close this. That's fine. It's fine. It's not me. It's my other pieces. It's fine. That's fine. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. All right. Drone shoots are safe. All right. Okay. Hey, we made it. I mean, we haven't made it, but we're going to make it. I hereby proclaim that we're going to make it. Oh, we almost landed on this cool little island. Oh, this is going to be a long wait.
Oh, no.
That's a lot of parachutes for a tiny little payload. We're
you wanted to be extra sure.
I did want to be extra sure. You know, I was looking for mods on this earlier. I got a couple here. Like I got the Kerbal Engineer, which shows me some crucial data, which is nice. I couldn't find anything that helped me get the proper phase angle on traveling to different planets. This game does not tell you how to get to different planets, other than like, the Moon and Minmus, which are easy. You've got to get the proper phase angle, which means, like, if you're looking at the solar system from a top-down view, what's the angle between two... Oh, God, that scared me. What's the angle between two planets if you're using the sun as, like, a base? And because what you do... Here, let me get the tracking center open so I can show you. So, say I wanted to go to Duna here. Now, I know Duna needs to be ahead of me somewhat. So if the sun here, or Kerbal, whatever it's called, it's the sun. Don't worry about it. Is the center of like a protractor. Like what's the angle between, Kerbin and Duna? And if it's at the proper angle, then what you can do is burn on the right side here, so that you're accelerating yourself along the orbit of Kerbin, and that'll put you in a Holman transfer orbit like this, where you'll eventually meet with Duna's orbit. And you need the proper phase angle because you want to be able to actually meet Duna when you get there. The game doesn't tell you any of this in the encyclopedia. Like check this out. Let's see. Space travel, orbital maneuvers, Holman transfer. It just shows you how to increase your orbit from Kerbin. It doesn't tell you how to get to another planet using that method. And it doesn't tell you the phase angle. You need to look up on the Wikipedia what the phase angle is for each planet, and I never remember what it is. And so I was trying to get a mod that either tells you, or I was trying to get one called Kerbal Alarm Clock, which will alert you when a phase angle is getting close. But that doesn't work with the current version. There's another one called Flight Transfer Window or something like that gives you this XY coordinates, okay, at this point, at this angle, or how much, whatever. It shows you the right time to do it. And that doesn't work either. So I want to get to Duna eventually. I don't know if I can, unless, I can look it up, obviously, but it's just a pain when it's then I have to literally get a protractor out and figure out what the right angle is. Or just eyeball it, I guess. I think it's close to 45 degrees, or 40 degrees, something like that. So it's not too bad, but it's annoying that...
There's a website-based calculator for this.
Yeah, there is. I'm just saying, I wish it was in-game. There's no way to do it in-game. Even with I don't think even my flight engineer mod here will tell me. All it does is give me the thrust to weight ratio and how much delta V a ship has. So actually, yeah, we got a lot of science there. I kind of skipped through that, but what can we get next? Let's reach our grubby little hands into the toy box, and let's see, a smaller rocket, or a smaller rocket engine would be nice. Radial rocket engines would be nice. Bigger fuel tanks. We got the strut, always important. Not much else useful there. Oh yeah, the crew cabin. Some contracts involve taking tourists to space, and sometimes you have to pass through specific areas, and it's very strange. Aviation, flight control. Oh, they're all useful. Can't afford any of these. I'll go with advanced rocketry. Also, it's getting dark. Let's warp to sunrise. Whee! I might be able to do a moon flyby pretty soon. What am I at? Mark 5? It's time for the Mark 6. Yeah, let's start working with probes here. Does this have fuel in it? It does. Quite a bit, actually. That's an adapter, though. I don't think we have anything really that big. Yeah. That's useless. Okay, fuel tanks, small. Oh, yeah.
According
you can
to
see...
this really... Sorry, go ahead.
No. Please, go ahead.
According to this old post, Kerbal Engineer will show the ejection angle on the orbital panel.
Do they now? I was wondering if they changed that, because I didn't see anything in the encyclopedia here. But I mean, it's been a long time since I played, so I was hoping they did something like that. That's really cool. That's awesome.
I mean the Kerbal Engineer mod that you said that you had.
Oh, okay. Well, that's also cool. I didn't know it did that either. Oh yeah, I was this tinier fuel engine. My Delta V here, 2019. If I were to use the swivel liquid engine, it's only 950. This is way more efficient, but you can really only use it when you're in space. Bop, 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 bop. Oops, science. Oh, batteries. Don't leave home without. Oh shoot, that's right. Going to the moon takes a while. Well, just load up on these, I guess. Hope for the best.
Stay put, Nick.
Yeah. We're gonna have a lot of velocity coming in from the moon, so let's go first. Oh, that lowered our Delta V by a lot. But we still have a lot of TWR, so we can afford to do another fuel tank. That'll put us almost where we were. Let's see, it's something like 9,000 Delta V to get to the moon and back, but that's only if you're landing. I could be wrong on that. I might be pulling that out of my ass, I don't know. Engines. What are we at? We still got parts left. Oh, I almost forgot. Communications. Whatever. Only gives us almost 5,000. There are probably more. What's the word I want? Elegant solutions to this. That'll still give us a good thrust to weight ratio. I got 7 parts left. I do have bigger fuel tanks now, but they're tiny. I would need a lot of them. Yeah, it's only as good as that. Okay, that's only 1.6, but it doesn't need to be very strong in space. How about this? 2.24? That's good. Okay, that'll leave me plenty of room for boosters. get by with the smaller ones. Kinda. .71. What if I use the big ones though? I guess it's almost 6,000. And we're one over. Damn it. Oops. Guess I don't need 2 of these if I'm... Come on, get in here.
Is it the battery?
It's the heat shield that's messing with it.
Oh.
There we go. I think I hit it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. 30 out of 30. We can't afford nose cones. This is going to have to do. Okay, I want this to engage at the same time. What are you doing up here? Okay. Let's see if we can fly by the moon. This is pretty janky. This is pretty janky. Oh my god, there's a lot of wind. No nose cones.
Oh.
Yeah, they collided with each other, I think. No SAS. This is very by the seat of my pants. Well, I was going to say I forgot a flight computer, but I couldn't afford one anyway. So I can't see what my Apoapsis and Apogee were going to be. Unless I look on here. Go east real fast. Why isn't that? This engine doesn't have gimbaling.
Oops.
Oh, it does. It's just very slight. Okay, cool. I'm okay. Funny number go up. So the funny thing about space travel is the faster you go, the less fuel it takes to go even faster. And by what I mean is that once I achieve orbit, getting to the moon or getting into its sphere of influence will take about 800 meters per second of delta V. Getting to Minmus, which is like, what is that, 3 times as far, only takes 900. So most of my energy is going to be spent slowly raising my apoapsis, and then just a tiny little bit more will get me all the way here, and then just a few hundred more beyond that is all it takes to get to Duna if I got the right phase angle. It's strange that way. Tumbles.
Going back to what we were saying earlier about phase angles and whatnot, do you know what this orbit panel is that this post is talking about in Kerbal Engineer?
This would be it right here. You're talking about in the mod itself.
Yeah.
I don't have it on me because I don't have the part on the ship. But, yeah. Yeah, I never looked at I mostly use it just for, like, being able to see what my apoapsis is going to be without having to go into this screen. Into the map screen. And flip. There we go, a mostly circular orbit. Now, if I time this so that I burn prograde when the moon is on the horizon, assuming I have enough fuel, I should pass within its gravity well. Unlike in real life, Kerbal Space Program only simulates the gravity from one body at a time, whatever happens to be the most powerful at the moment. So right now I'm in Kerbin's gravity well, and nothing will influence me. Unlike in real life, other planets or moons or whatever happening, if all the moons of Jupiter happen to co-align, you could get some weird gravitational effect that tugs on a ship just a little bit and pulls it off course. I'm not going to get that here. As soon as I get into the moon's sphere of influence, it's going to switch entirely to the moon, which means you can't do anything cool like hang around like Lagrange points or orbit around them or anything, because that would require multiple bodies acting upon each other. Let's see, can I even set the moon as a target? No, I can't. That's an upgrade I need to get eventually. There she is.
So you're eyeballing it, is what you're saying.
Yep. We're doing this rocket jockey style. In fact, I don't think I'm even going to get an indicator when if my projected orbit is going to intersect with the moon, since I can't plan maneuvers. Eventually, I'll be able to like get a little widget on my orbital line that I can drag out to plan different things. But if I've got enough fuel, I should intersect the moon's orbit, in which case I'm only going for a flyby. Oh, I do have enough. Oop. That should do it. Let's find out. At any rate, I still got fuel, but energy is going to be a problem here. In fact, oh shit. Come to think of it, actually, this engine might have an alternator on it, so I oh. Oh, get out of my face. Extend. Does that matter? I think it doesn't matter. Oh, it does matter. Okay, my line was going red there, which means I was reaching the limit of my communications. In which case, this ship would be dead in the water, or dead in space, whatever.
Same thing.
Yeah, I think this engine has an alternator on it, which means I should be able to recharge my electricity by engaging it for a little bit. In fact, let's whoops. Did not mean to do that, but it actually kind of worked out. Nope, it does not have an alternator. Shit. These garbage rockets. So, yeah, I think this mission's going to be a failure. I'm not going to be able to engage the parachutes if I can't control it. But I might get money just from flying by the moon if I manage to get this right. Yep, I'm out of power. I can't even do science experiments. Hey! I'm going to crash into the moon! Oh boy! I did that a little too well. Oh shit. That is like dead on too. Oh, okay.
That's great.
Yeah, well. Godspeed, little guy. You did your best. Here comes the moon. Here comes the moon. It's gonna eat your spaceship. Here comes the moon. Am I gonna land in that crater? Oh my god, I am. I'm actually. The moon's gonna eat me, guys. The moon's gonna eat me. It's gonna be lunar vor. Okay, let's slow down here.
Unicron, no.
Yeah, we need to savor this moment. Let's see. Get the sun at a nice angle. Yeah, okay, here we go. I love the way the music just stops. It's like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, what's this? Oh! If we really quick go to the tracking station, I might be able to like see that one piece. Let's see, where is it? Moon. No, I can't see it. Oh well. Well, technically, we did a fly into.
Yeah.
An uncontrolled plummet into the moon's gaping maw.
An unscheduled landing.
Yeah. Explore the moon. We'd like you to go to the moon and stay there in a nice, stable orbit. It isn't personal. It's science. Well, I could do this if I used a command pod instead of a probe.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Colon can into space.
Dude, the moon ate me.
It ate you?
It ate me.
What did I miss?
It ate me.
he
You
did a
made it.
blind run at the moon and succeeded. That he put himself directly in front of it, and things happened.
Yeah,
boom?
this little probe core kind of runs out of power at some point. I don't have solar power technology, so
Excellent. I'm gonna fucking play this game. That's what I'm gonna do.
what, Kerbal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, well, I ironically have a higher part limit now. I have 3 parts left. Okay,
Why is that
shit.
ironic?
Because I don't know. It seems like having a crewed mission would be like more expensive or require more parts. Although I am running up against it now.
You have the crew to do some of the parts work. You know, hold on to the straps.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, NASA started out with probes first, or at least unmanned things. Or, well, I guess that was more of
So
a
did you.
Russian thing, wasn't it? I don't know. Anyway, parachutes. Parachutes are important.
Probably.
Drogue chutes are also important, but they need to be not in a stupid place. Don't. Can I? I don't think I can get rid of these. Unless I set my root parts to here.
Boy.
Janky. Alright, so... Okay, now I can get rid of the drogue chutes. But I probably still need them, so... Alright. Let's see, that'll leave me with 2 parts free. Oh, my staging stack is all over the place.
Or staging stack.
Ba ba da ba ha ba da ha ba da ba ha ba da ha ba da ba ha ba da ha ba da ha ba da ba ha ba da ha ba da ha ba da ba ha ba da ha ba ba ha ba ba da. Okay. Boosters, engine, couplers. Okay. Okay, who's gonna fly this? Nobody? Well, Jebediah, you need the experience more than Malatia, so you're up. Oh, that's what they added too. Pilots have weight now, or crew members rather.
Oh.
And apparently their inventory contributes to that. Hey, I have enough for 2 nose cones now. Cool. Alright, Mark 6. Let's do this. Interior view. Okay, let's find out what we forgot.
Oh no, we forgot my sandwich!
Ah! That is one thing that you don't need in this game is like life support.
I mean, you can only do so much, right?
There are mods for it, but yeah, that is one thing that makes crewed missions easier than they probably should be, because you don't have to worry about oxygen, water, food, that kind of thing. Remember when we used to have an engine here?
Oops. Reset?
Interesting.
Okay, this time throttle the engines first, so you don't just stand there while the boosters collide with you. There we go. Oh yeah, Iggy. Right as I was launching this before the stream, I noticed your name popped up on the Steam page. It was like, hey, one of your friends played recently. Iggy, 11 minutes.
Yeah. Like I was going at it, and then I was like, "Oh no, I'm tired."
My brain's not ready.
Was not ready.
Turns out rocket science is like rocket science.
It is a little bit.
There we go.
Okay, I'm gonna release the Bingus.
The Bingus. What does that mean?
It's my shitty super duper first unmanned thing that goes up, and then we do science, and then we do some more science.
Oh, so you're making an upgoer 1.
Upgoer 1, yes.
Yeah.
Let's center of mass, center of thrust, aerodynamic.
Sorry.
You doing all right?
I gotta go sideways. I gotta go sideways a lot.
Sometimes you gotta go sideways, though. All right, let's see how the upgoer 1 works.
Oh, I would love to have like a little picture-in-picture of you playing too.
Yes.
I mean,
Ooh,
we could totally
if I
set it up sometime.
If I stream to Discord, can you screen cap Discord and put it in picture-in-picture? I don't know.
I think I
That would
could,
be.
but that's
That'd
like
be
a
messy. We can.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Remember, we have OBS Ninja, so we could set up something like that in the future.
Yes. Okay.
Did I have
Real
two
important
decouples?
question.
Yeah.
How do I adjust the throttle?
Okay, so shift goes up, control goes down, and you can use Z and X to immediately go to full and 0 throttle.
Right. Uh-oh. Well, that's okay, I guess. Worked out.
Why does this music remind me of Pod People?
I don't know.
And again, everything reminds me of Pod People.
Oh, Iggy.
Yes.
That medieval dynasty game that you picked up for us.
Yes.
How was it?
We didn't do it too much, but it was kind of neat. Uh-oh. Why is this parachute not working?
Yes. Ooh, a nice circular orbit. Oh, that's pretty close to 0 inclination, too. Oh, yeah.
Hon.
Let's see, you can't select targets. You're just a little baby astronaut.
Just doesn't know any better. Parachute's supposed to just kind of like be open, or not open all the way until a certain point, or
Yeah.
okay.
They'll open
Oh,
like
you.
some distance from the ground.
As soon as I asked, it started doing it, so that's good.
That's good.
That's good.
That's bad. Oh,
Okay.
boy, I'm having a feel for this. This is a heavier ship.
I gotta speed things up here.
Yeah, hammer period a bunch until a ship explodes. That's usually what happens to me.
Period.
Yeah, that's
Oh, there it goes.
that's the time warp button.
So it is.
I thought you meant literally.
And safe landing. And there we go. Cool. Not that one. Maybe that one. I don't know.
Let's try for a higher margin of error this time instead of directly at the moon. Oh yeah, another really nice thing about Kerbal Alarm Clock, which makes me wish it worked with this version, is it would like stop time warp right as you're about to switch over to another gravity well, because doing that at like a stupid high time warp causes problems. So yeah, there we go. Hey, perfect. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a nice close approach too. Oh yeah.
Crap.
Nice.
Yeah, tracking station. That's what I need. Obtain Bingus.
Obtain Pinkus. Is that what you call science?
Yeah, the upgoer 1. No, the upgoer 1. I named it Bingus.
What do you mean service bay locked? Oh, I'm in time warp. Okay. It's like, don't I have the keys? Okay. Observe mystery goo. Oh yeah, the goo seems to be less dense here.
Excellent. I have succeeded.
Yes, science. Oh, science crew report. Oh, tell me more. Oh, high in space over the moon. Oh, how decadent. Oh. Whee. Let's see if this qualifies as close to the moon. Probably not. That's still pretty high.
Let's see. Basic Rocketry or Engineering 101.
Yeah, that's the same.
I think I'm going to definitely get...
Whoa, wait, what is this? Whoa, what is this? Wait, what
That
is
one.
this? Did they add, like, food and water?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Jebediah has an inventory here. I don't know... Wait, okay, what's... It's not showing up in the resource tab. I haven't played this in a few years. A lot of this is new to me. Yeah, what is this? There's a green bar and a blue bar that have gone down. I have a backpack, a jetpack, and then like 2 resources that are lowered. I wonder if that's food and water. Oh, I'll have to look that up. That's cool. Alright, crewed missions might not be so easy then. Well, hi, Goral Stream Team.
Oh boy!
Oh boy.
Yes, Jax.
One of our
Hey, Jax.
one of our robotic compatriots was eaten by the moon, so we're doing a flyby to avenge them.
Fly, fucking Victorian shoot and run. Oh, moon, I disagree!
I'll do science at you. That'll learn you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, oh boy, okay. So here's a problem. Normally what you would do is kind of overshoot the moon and then hit it from this angle, and that will give you what's called a free return, a trajectory, which basically puts me right back where I started around Kerbin. I wasn't able to do that because I wasn't able to actually plan my trip, so now I'm in a high orbit over Kerbin, which actually puts me almost a minmus. I actually did a slingshot orbit. If I had a scientist on board, I could reset this equipment and actually probably do a minmus flyby, but I'm extremely low on fuel, so I'm actually don't even know if I can get back.
Uh-oh.
Fly by the moon, flip it off as hard as you can, and go home. Yeah, so I'm going to have to go all the way to my apoapsis and then burn retrograde, to lower my periapsis as much as I can, and hopefully it'll land me in the atmosphere and not trapped in a highly eccentric orbit forever. And hopefully I don't run out of food, which I think is what that is. I don't know. This might end up being a very long trip. See, how did I get to that view anyway? How did I do that? Oh, was it here? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'll have to see if those go down. Okay, they're not going down, so I don't think it's food. Good. Yeah. So I just I haven't played in a few years, so this inventory system's new to me. Underneath my my parachute and jetpack, I got like a green bar and a blue bar that have both been depleted a little bit, and I don't know what those are. Oh, that must be my total inventory limit.
Whoa.
Oh shit, Jax is here.
Oh shit! Hi, Jax.
Everyone welcome Jax from Girl Stream Team.
Whoa. Hey, Jax.
Jax and Sleet recently did a race to the moon of Kerbal Space Program. Is that on your VOD place yet?
It is currently on our VODs on our Twitch. It's not on YouTube just yet. We've got a lot of catching up to do. So I should be able to start knocking them out pretty quick because the last big one was the last big problem was a stream of Wobbly Life that wound up cut into 2 streams because of a bit of a network whoops. So.
Uh-oh. That's no good.
Yeah. It was bad. But I've finally got my thumb out and actually mushed the 2 streams together, and I'm waiting to upload that to YouTube now.
Yeah.
So. And that also means I can finally upload the crossover that we did with Iggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smooch some monsters.
Yeah, we gotta do some more of that.
Absolutely. I really, really dig Monster Prom and Monster Camp. A lot of fun.
So I think we're gonna be okay.
Good.
This is gonna be a very fiery re-entry.
But, I mean, that's what you've got heat shields for, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure I put a heat shield on. I have an ablator resource, so I think that means I put on a heat shield.
Okay, good. I was going to do a whole thing. So you do have heat shields, right? No, if you've got a blater, then you should be fine. Or maybe not, because I think the pod has some ablator as well by default. So this is going to be exciting.
Oh boy. Oh, I barely even started falling, jeez.
Ooh, do you have shoutouts? That's a good question.
Yeah, it's exclamation SO and then username.
Ooh, can I shout myself out?
I think it's moderators, but go for it if you want to do it, verbally.
Let's find out. If I'm able to do it, you have a problem.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. You right?
Nope. Working as intended.
Excellent
Yeah,
news.
yeah.
Hey, I did it.
Yay!
Hooray.
Yeah, you do it.
You do.
Oh yes, and Girl Stream Team will also be streaming throughout Pride Month to raise money for Mermaid Charity.
Yeah, exactly. We are going to finally prove that mermaids exist. No, Mermaids is a charity supporting trans youth in the UK. It's near and dear to my heart because, well, when I was a young lass, I didn't really get the kind of support that they offer, and basically, I don't want anyone else to have to go through the various shenanigans that I did. Because I'm all for a good shenanigan, but not when it stops me from getting my antihistamines, you know?
I get it. Antihistamine.
Yeah.
Because of antihistamine, but not.
Exactly. It's a fun play on words.
It's a fun play on words.
Yeah.
You okay, ZombieCat? Are you upset?
I figured out the thing we forgot.
Oh no.
A
What was it?
decoupler.
Oh no.
This is stuck here, and I think the chutes are engaged too. So.
Oh
those might
no.
just burn up.
It'll explode eventually, right?
I mean, you can disarm the chutes through the
can I?
right-click menu.
Oh, okay. Is that what that does? Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
disarm
this,
stops it from deploying early. So.
Oh, actually, I can just like burn this off to help me slow down too. But yeah, this engine and fuel tank is probably going to explode. Hopefully, that'll leave the heat shield nice and intact.
Yeah, you might want to just burn that fuel before it has a chance to explode. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
it.
like that.
Well, here we go. Try to maintain my position.
Alright, let's make sure I've... Okay, so that will be decoupled, and then that one will go. And then we'll decouple it. And then we just have the thing, and... Okay, alright, that's good. Alright, now I just need to figure out where the fuck I'm trying to go.
Up. And then east.
Uh-oh, overheat. Oh,
So-
and it's flipping.
We're
Oh.
okay. We're 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 okay.
Hmm.
We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, that's the one you didn't want to explode.
Oh,
Yeah.
beans. Oh, beans.
Well, there's the science. Maybe it'll survive.
Eh.
A nice
we can
soft
hope.
water landing.
Was there anybody on board that ship?
Yes.
That was how they deployed the flip-off module.
Exactly.
Starfleet. When we got back on Earth, it was no longer Kerbal.
Fortunately.
Oh.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Uh, 90 meters per second. That's survivable, right?
I mean, I wouldn't want to fall at that speed into anything. A nice soft water landing.
Mission accomplished. Yay! Vessels destroyed.
Hooray!
Revert to assembly?
Yay, you did it.
We did it.
Oh my god. How the heck am I supposed to...
Oh,
Alright.
heck indeed. We actually got a lot of money from that, though. That's something.
Who'd you lose?
I mean, we went by the moon, and that's kind of what they wanted, right?
Oh,
They didn't care if we brought anything back.
well,
You
you
know,
flew by the
Zombie?
moon. It's fine.
When you're right, and you're right.
Let's see. What do I have as far as contracts go? Space around Kerbal. A little money.
Those ones keep popping up, so it's nice to just have a satellite in orbit that you can periodically beam science down
That's a good
with.
point, actually, yeah.
Oh, no. I need to go this other way instead.
Not down, up.
No, as opposed to that, I need to just, you know. I have a quest in a certain direction, but I keep going in the wrong way. And so I need to properly, angle myself.
Okay, what does this specifically want? Explore the moon. Stable orbit. Okay, stable orbit. Well, I'll try... You know what? I'll try getting one of my non-pilots into orbit. This is overkill for an orbital mission. Maybe? Well, maybe not. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, let's fix our little problem here. There we go. Decoupler would have been nice. Okay, so decouple, engage, and then... There we go. No. Wait, there's two of them here. What?
You piled them on top of one another.
I guess I must have.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what did it. This won't actually get me much money. It's only like 6,000 more than the ship costs.
Dang, that thing got you to got you around the moon though.
Oh, this? No, I had a couple of large SRBs on it.
Okay, that makes sense.
That was only another extra 1,000, but I guess that was enough. I'm just trying to figure out a way to do this cheaply. That's actually more expensive than what I had before.
No.
Well, two do?
If you just want to get into Kerbal orbit, then I think, yeah.
I don't even think I need to be in orbit. I just need to be in space. So you know what? Yeah, this is probably fine.
Oh yeah.
Suborbital is okay.
Yeah, that's a word.
Suborbital.
Something like that, anyway.
Suborbital.
Oh. Cool. Bob came back.
Hi, Bob.
I guess we can get rid of the tombstone.
Maybe it's a different Bob.
I thought... I already hired the different Bob. I got a Bob and a Bob nerd. They're both scientists.
Oh.
Is he just drawing two paychecks?
Well, there's two of them. That's an impressive feat.
I mean, there could be two of them, and he could be drawing two paychecks too. Politically, it's less of a con if that's the case.
A temporal
Ah,
clone
2
of himself.
paychecks.
That's how you double your money. Yeah. There we go, nice and easy.
Just nice and easy. A happy little capsule going into space.
Nice, happy little gravity turn. Whee. Oh, I've got extra parts now. I should have added the flight computer.
Oh well.
I hate having to switch to map view just to see how high I'm gonna go.
Doesn't the little purple icon on the bottom left tell you where you're gonna go?
Oh my god, it does! Whoa, that's new.
Yeah, I had
Holy
someone point
shit.
that out to me on our space race stream as well. I was like, what?
Damn, thank you.
There it is.
I guess I don't need Kerbal Engineer Redux. Well, I probably still do for the phase angle, unless this shows you too. Time to reach, something, period, logs, I don't know.
Yeah, I tend to forget all about those panels down there. Especially the docking one, which is a big shame because that's very useful for docking.
I wonder if they changed this any. I actually got a docking mode mod, but this looks about the same as I remember, just maybe redesigned a bit.
Yeah, I think you target the ship you're going to dock with, and then you start getting some blips on there, and it's all very good.
Yeah, I wish we could have gotten to docking tonight, but perhaps next time.
I like that they redesigned the service bay as well. The doors kind of folding in on themselves is new.
Oh, they do. Hey, you're right. I didn't notice that. God, how long has it been?
Yeah, it's been a while for me as well, or at least before the space race stream. I know this vividly because I very definitely used the older style docking bay doors to flip some spaceships that had fallen over.
Down. Oh, wait, was you...
Whee! Goodbye.
Bye-bye forever.
Yeah, I missed Jay's idea. Oh, yeah, no SAS. Well, there we go.
Don't you sass me.
Oh,
I
am I
got-
gonna land on land and crush my science? Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. I got very confused for a moment, and I did think that Bob was just a VTuber avatar for a sec there. There's gotta be someone in the entirety of... Ooh, that spaceship seems to be missing some bits.
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay. He doesn't seem to be complaining, so... There's gotta be someone in the entirety of YouTube that has a Kerbal VTuber avatar. Not YouTube, Twitch.
Probably.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm very tired.
Yeah, me too. Yep. Wait, why did the overlay stop? Let me look at you. Let me see what you see. Oh, hey, you got a radar now? Oh, let me see. Whoa. It's a radar that doesn't work. That's cool. Wow. There's all kinds of blurry textures in here. Not food, parts, air. Toothbrushes, laundry. Laundry? Where are you doing laundry?
Still
Look,
gotta try this in VR.
Sometimes your spacesuit gets dirty. Oh man,
Oh
VR
my god,
this was...
dude, Jay. There's mods that add, like, actual instruments that let you, like,
Yep.
play the entire game from, like, inside the cockpit view. It's amazing.
Oh.
I mean, that sounds all well and good until your craft gets into a horrifying death spin and starts pulling 30 Gs.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Come on. Come on, land, damn you. Land. Come on. Come on.
I think it's water.
Come on. I know, I get nervous whenever I've got, like, a science bay that's hitting first. There we
Oh,
go.
100%. The science junior is heavy as hell and made out of explodium, so
He's a chunky boy.
it's so difficult to get that down safely.
.2 science earned.
Neat.
Covered parts. I think that fulfilled the contract. Yes, it did. Cool. And I think I'm gonna call it there. I would need to I need to repeat the mission, the moon flyby mission again. That's gonna take a while. We're getting close to 3 hours, and I have to pee. So.
All these are good reasons to.
These are
quit.
all good reasons. Yes. So.
There it is.
Play the music, and let me turn the volume so you can hear the music. Let me put
Yeah.
some little space programs so the birds aren't. Oh, actually, that works. Okay. Yeah. So, thanks to our subscribers. Thanks to our followers. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. Thanks for everything. You can follow us on Twitter at Team Retro Fox, or check out our VODs at YouTube at Team Retro Fox. And yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. It's, been
Oh
happy
yeah,
to
thanks.
be here.
Of course, yes, Jax. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
You're always
coming
welcome.
in.
Thanks for coming over.
I came in at the last minute to say, "Oh, cool spaceship. Does it have heat shields?"
Yes,
course it
couplers.
does.
No.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
Yeah.
We do like to end things here with a raid to help out our friends. We're rolling Space Gene, who is coming up on the end of a ill-advised 24-hour horror game stream.
Oh God.
Wonderful.
No.
They're ending it with a speed run of Resident Evil.
Nice.
Man, I was trying to set this raid up, and it's all like, no.
No, I can't do it, bro.
Iggy, are you streaming tomorrow?
You put me down to stream tomorrow.
Okay, Iggy will be streaming near.
Put me in, coach.
Near to what?
And yes.
Just near.
So, we'll see you all tomorrow. Have fun with Resident Evil. Good night. Stay safe. Mwah.
Later,
Take care,
everybody.
Ciao for now.
Raid complete.
Hell yeah.